did your parents teach you, or are you just kind of like absorbing it as far as management, or are you still kind of in that, like in between? I'm just trying to get a
yeah. My parents were very they kind of managed it sort of when I was growing up, so I didn't actually have to think about it. And then when I left school and I went to college and I started studying and working, and all of a sudden I got hit by this ton of bricks where I was like, oh my gosh, like how am I managing my stress levels? How am I managing my diet? How am I managing my time? Because my body went into shock from that transition between high school and college. And I was having 20 seizures a day at work, trying to teach children, and your brain I have petit mal seizures, so it's not like grand mal seizures. I could still function, but not clearly. And I kind of sat down the one day and I said, okay, I need to start managing everything. So I keep journals. I have about 5 journals where I manage. Yeah. So I manage. Okay.
Yeah. Tell me your process.
I have one journal for doctor's appointments and questions for doctors that I write in, and I basically interview my doctors on certain topics, and then I'll go into detail with that now. I have a diet journal where I monitor everything that I eat, and as soon as something makes me feel like a seizure's gonna come on, or like it's gonna trigger a seizure or anything like that, I cut it out of my diet straight away.
So you have foods that that you're that sensitive to, that you can tell?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Dairy is one of them, strangely enough, and citrus.
Interesting.
And then obviously things like coffee. I was a pre-primary school teacher for about 3 years, and we don't drink a lot of water. Because one teacher will walk into the room and say, hey, do you want tea or coffee? And you're like, oh, coffee, please. And that happens about 15 times a day. And before you know it, you've had 16 cups of coffee. And you go home wondering why you're having so many seizures, stimulants, and you're having 3 sugars in your coffee each time, So I had to cut coffee out completely. I can't take that risk. It's too risky for me, unfortunately.
Was that tough?
That was the most difficult. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can't
imagine.
imagine.
It's habit, you wake up, you have coffee, you go to work, you have coffee. So it was to cut that habit.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's really the way you're describing, how you're like selected with your diet. I'm thinking, I know my daughter, who's 20, does not avoids dairy, and she has a lot of, she's having partial seizures or whatever. And I don't know, it's funny, I've kind of pushed her to write down what she eats, and she's kind of naturally eliminating things kind of in the same way. But I think it's so important to hear that and hear what you do. I think that's really helpful for parents to know, how you're